Hi everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. If we haven't met before, my name is Rachel. This is one of my dog's guests, and we're gonna do a nice full body stretch today. So find a pillow or something comfy to lay on, and let's get started. So we are gonna begin today laying down. If you do have something to lay on, feel free. If not, you can lay flat on your back. You might want to make a diamond shape with your legs to get into your hips, or you might want to have your legs out long today, but just come on down. Let your palms turn to face up. Bring your arms out a little bit wider. Close your eyes and take a nice big inhale and a bigger exhale. One more deep breath in and out. Awesome, you guys. Continue to just breathe in any way that feels good for you. Just allowing yourself to slow down your day. Maybe softening through your hips if you are feeling a nice stretch, some love there. And just relaxing for a few moments as you find some stillness throughout your body. Resist the urge to scratch your nose or wiggle your fingers or move at all. And we'll take just another few moments here. And I just want you to check in with your thoughts. Are there any thoughts on your mind that you may be able to set off to the side? Feel or listen to the sound of your breath. Whether you're putting any effort into breathing deeper or slower or no effort at all, just notice your breath and how your body moves ever so slightly with that breath. Staying as you are for another breath or two. And then you can start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, move your body a little bit. Eventually bringing your feet to your mat and bending your knees. And if you happen to be laying on top of something, you can sit up a little. Take it out from under you and then lay back down. Walk your feet back towards your hips so you can connect your low back. And maybe add a nice rock side to side. From here, you can decide if you want to rock forwards or roll over. But we're gonna come onto our hands and knees into tabletop. And just keep your left hand beside you, but reach your right arm out in front nice and long. Start to let your chest melt down, bringing your arm beside your right ear or your cheek. You could rest your right cheek down on your mat or your forehead, but for your half puppy dog, really melt into that right arm and shoulder as you keep your hips high. Taking as much weight into the left hand as you would like, or no weight at all. And you may even notice that left shoulder get heavier, falling towards your mat as well. Maybe you can feel a nice stretch through your neck. And letting an inhale help you lift your chest back up. You can slide your hands in under your shoulders, move a little bit if you'd like to move a little bit, and then just widen your knees a little bit more. We're going to be bringing our left shoulder in line and as close to the right shoulder as we can get it. So trying to bring that left shoulder down to the mat. If your hips lower towards your heels to place your shoulder down, that's completely fine. That's what mine do. But then just start to lift them back up. Push into your right hand a little bit to open up your chest to the right side. Maybe you can even start to look past your right shoulder, looking up above you, feeling the stretch, the pull through the back, through that left arm and shoulder. It might feel like a twist if you move your hand, your right hand, behind your head and push into your fingertips to open your chest a little bit more. It's kind of like you want to bring your right shoulder to the floor behind you. And you can slowly start to lift back up when you're ready. Back into your tabletop. Or of course, stay if you really like it. Take just a little break though. Rock it out a little bit. We'll just be switching sides, that half puppy dog with your left arm reaching out in front and the right hand staying at your side for support. So keep your hips nice and high, melt your chest down, rest your forehead or the left cheek this time. And maybe taking all of the weight out of the right hand. You're not holding yourself up at all. You're just letting gravity take your chest. Feeling that awesome stretch through the left arm and shoulder, maybe in the neck as well. Maybe through the spine. Just using an inhale to slowly lift back up. Bring your hands in your tabletop. Take a bit of a shoulder roll if you'd like. Take as big of a break as you'd like. We'll just be bringing our right shoulder kind of in line with the left knee. I like to open my knees up just a little bit wider than hip width apart. Maybe your shoulder touches your knee, maybe it doesn't. Just try to get it in line. Try to rest it down as best you can. Lift those hips back up. Start to turn open your chest towards the left, and that can come from just shifting the gaze up above you. And instead of putting any effort into lifting that left arm up, bring it down. Push into the ground a little bit. to find that nice twist through the back, that nice shoulder opener. Maybe walking your hand behind your head to go a little further. And just letting an inhale bring you back up, out into your tabletop. Take a little rock of your hips side to side. Notice the sensations running through your body so far, especially through your back, through your shoulders, through your neck. We're going to be coming into frog pose next. So I do encourage you to roll your mat over a few times so that you've got some nice cushions for your knees. If you've got a pillow, also I encourage you to have it between your knees. And we're just going to be moving our knees out nice and wide and our feet out nice and wide as well. So not like child's pose, because our knees and our feet are in line with one another. And as you send your hips back towards your heels, hopefully that just deepens the stretch that you get in your hips. And if you've got a nice lovely pillow to lay on under your chest, well, now you can get comfy. You can come onto your forearms. You can lay completely down on your chest. You could rest one cheek for a few breaths and then rest the other. But just take a moment to soften through your hips. Where do you feel this? Is it just in your knees? Do you need some extra cushion? Do you need to roll your mat over more? Maybe your hips are touching your heels and you need to spread your feet wider, spread your knees wider. And if you are resting one cheek, switch sides. Soften through your jaw. Close your eyes even. And nice and slow, we're gonna start to lift up, come out of our frog, bring our knees all the way together, unroll our mats along the way, and you can either take a seat, give your knees a nice hug, maybe even a little rock side to side. You could stay seated on your heels with your knees together. And when you're feeling good and you're in a seated position, we're just going to be sending our legs out, coming into a forward fold from here. So forget about your hips. Let's find our hamstrings. If you've got a pillow, you might slide it underneath your knees. You can relax your ankles today if you'd like, or you can point your toes up to the ceiling. Just take an inhale to lengthen through your spine, and with the exhale, tip forwards. If it doesn't feel good to round through the spine here, you can stay lifted through the chest. Keep the spine nice and long. Might be easier to activate the legs to keep the spine long and active as well. But if it feels comfortable to relax everything completely, you can bring your chin a little bit closer to your collarbone. And if you want to feel the length through the back of the legs more, you might slide your pillow out from underneath you. Just another breath in your forward fold. Using an inhale to slowly lift back up. Take a moment, sitting tall, letting your shoulders fall from your ears. If you've got a pillow underneath your legs, you can take it out. We're going to be sitting down here in butterfly. And I want you to be able to use your arms a little bit here. So if that means sitting up on a pillow so that you can sit tall, definitely sit on something if you have something around. And then just start by placing your hands on your knees, lengthen through your spine, maybe sliding the feet further away if you need to. You can start to extend your arms out wide. Let's cross the left arm over top of the right one. You can hug your shoulders, or you can find eagle arms. Bring your palms together, wind your arms together. I want you to lengthen your spine, drop your shoulders from your ears, stay here, or keeping the length of your spine and your elbows in line with your shoulders instead of just dipping down with your elbows towards your belly button. You can add a tip forwards, but I want you to reach past your feet with your elbows to keep that spine long, to keep that nice stretch through your upper back and your shoulders. So if you are reaching your elbows past your feet, how does it feel? Maybe your elbows rest in your feet. And your feet hold your elbows. Maybe that is the first time your feet have ever been holding your elbows. Just let an inhale lift you back up if you're folding forwards, and unwind your arms. Take a shoulder roll or 2 or 3. If you need to adjust your butterfly, you can, or if you want to sit on something, if you've decided that. We're going to switch sides. So right arm over top, hug those shoulders, maybe dip the elbows down, trying to reach past the feet. But if you hit the feet, that's fine. Just think about reaching, lengthening past the feet. Maybe you've got full eagle arms. Drop those shoulders from your ears. Add your tip forwards or skip this part. Letting an inhale lift you all the way up. Unwind your arms. Take a shoulder roll, wiggle of some kind. If you need, your knees can also come back together. How do those hips feel? Take a little rock. Give yourself a hug. So we're going to come to laying down again, similar to how we did start the class. So you can do the same thing. If your hips have had enough, you don't have to make that diamond shape with your legs. If you want more of a back bend and your pillow can slide nice and close to your hips so that your shoulders and your head touch your mat, you can slide your pillow down your back. Maybe this is how you started the class. Maybe you're making that diamond shape with your legs again. Maybe you're even going to rest your arms above your head with your palms facing up. Just close your eyes and breathe. Setting any thoughts that are starting to come into your mind off to the side for just a little while longer. Try to listen to the sound of your own breath. As you soften through your entire body and resist the urge to scratch your nose or wiggle your fingers. Maybe you're going to stay just like this for Shavasana. Or maybe you're going to make your way into a different position, a comfier position. Corpse pose, perhaps laying flat on your back. With your legs out long, your arms at your sides. Scanning your body all the way from your toes to the crown of your head. Enjoy the stillness, maybe the peace and quiet if you're lucky. And staying here for as long as you have time for today. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you have a good rest of your day. And until next time, namaste.